Alright, so what's up everybody? To pass the time in quarantine, I've been listening to a lot of music. Probably a lot of you have been doing the same thing. I've also been playing a lot of guitar, and there's a recording that I recently listened to that really inspired me to just rock out. And it's a lesser known rocker. I wouldn't even call him a rocker necessarily, but it's an artist by the name of Cass McCombs. And he has a song off of his most recent record, that record being Tip of the Sphere, called The Great Pixley Train Robbery. Very weird song, but the song totally rocks. And so it inspired me to pick up my guitar, learn it, and I was like, hey, I'm not doing much right now. Why don't I make a video on how to play it? So that's what I'm doing. And I'm pretty sure nobody else has done it yet, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let me first mention that I know that the recording has two guitars, an acoustic and an electric. That being said, I do the best that I can with one guitar to recreate the sound that they're producing on the record. So, without further ado, I am going to teach you how to play this song. So we're gonna start with a G power chord on the 3rd fret, and then you're just gonna hit 1, 2. And then you're gonna take that shape and you're gonna slide over to a D power chord on the 5th fret. But what you do is you actually leave your first finger on the 6th string, and you're gonna just kind of slide up like this. So I usually just slide my first finger up the 6th string, and then I move fingers 3 and 4 to strings 4 and 3 to get this D power chord, only I have an A in the bass here. So it's gonna be, so it's gonna go. Instead of jumping all the way to D, which would be, it's actually got more of that bass tone in there. So it's, then after you do that little move, the next thing you're gonna do is this cool hammer-on ditty on the 3rd fret, and that's gonna be open on the 5th string, hammer on the 3rd fret 5th string, and then open on the 4th string, and then hammer on there. So it's gonna be open, hammer on 3rd, 5th string, open, hammer on 3rd, 4th string, and then take your finger off. And all of that's actually picked for the most part, except for the hammer-on. So it's, excuse me, let's try that again. So you've got, then you're gonna take your power chord shape down to the 1st fret, and now this is an F power chord, and you're gonna go, same move up a whole step to a C power chord, and you're keeping that 6th string, or excuse me, that first finger on the 6th string to keep that bassy tone. So you got, and then the follow up there is going to be open on the 3rd string, and you're going to go open, hammer on 2nd fret 3rd string, and kind of pull off, so it's going to go, so it's, so that whole thing again is going to be, and then you're going to go hammer on 3rd string, and then 3rd fret 4th string, so it's going to be, and let me just mention that the guitar part actually goes, but it's difficult, if not impossible, to do that with just one guitar. So I've shortened it slightly too, so that I could get to the next part without there being a gap in my playing. So everything so far is, so that last little part right there is going to be a power chord. Now you're on your C, and you're going to go 1, 2, and then just pick up your 3rd and 4th fingers and put them on strings 5 and 4, and then hit that twice. So that's C to G. Okay? And then the next thing we want to do is this cool open string slide thing. So you're going to take your first finger, and on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, you're going to go, and make sure you've got that 4th string ringing out open underneath it. So it's, and you're going to slide from the 3rd fret up to the 5th fret. And what you're doing here is you're kind of outlining the melody with the notes. So it's, so the way you play that is going to be 3rd fret, slide up to the 5th fret. So it's going to be a hit once you get to the 5th fret. So, and then again, and then again, and then hammer your 4th finger down onto the 6th fret, excuse me, the 8th fret of the 5th string. So it's, so. So it's slide up, and then hammer on, and then double up there, and then it's going to be 1st finger to the 4th string of the 5th fret, and you're going to hit now strings 4 and 3, and that's going to be a hammer on from the 4th string 5th fret to the 4th string 7th fret, and then back to 5, and then, so that whole part is, so that whole section again is, and then it's going to repeat that. Now the next part is going to be this sort of bridge chorus thing, and that's going to be G, G. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually going down a half step, but I'm doing the B power chord here. So it's going to go, and then you're going to start there and go down to the 1st fret to play that F power chord, and then take that 1st fret power chord all the way up to the 5th fret on the 6th strings. So again, after you play that, you're going to go right back into the 1st section of the song. The last thing we're going to talk about is the solo, and the solo goes like this. You're going to go 10, 9, 8, 6, all on the 2nd string. So it's, and you're going to bend on that 6th fret 2nd string. So it's, and you're going to resolve to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So it's, and then you're going to go 1st finger to the 5th fret 3rd string, and then 3rd finger back to the 7th. So it's, after that you're going to go pinky finger on the 8th fret, and you're going to double up going 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6 on the 2nd string. So it's, bend on the 8th fret 3rd string, just a little bend up, resolve to the 3rd string 5th fret with your 1st finger. So it's, then 4th finger 8th fret 4th string, and then back to the 5th fret 3rd string. So all together it's, let's try that again. And then at that point, you're going to snap off that 3rd finger and go. So it's, and then it's going to be 1st finger 7th fret 4th string, 2nd finger 8th fret 4th string, 3rd finger 9th fret 4th string, and then middle finger is going to resolve down to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So it's gonna go. Do that again. Then you're gonna double up there. So again, that's gonna be. So it's gonna be 8th fret, 1, 2, hammer on from the 6th, and then slide up to the 10th, back to the 8th, and then pick 6 and pick the 3rd string 7th fret. So it's. And we would say for that section that that rhythm is swung, so it's. And that's pretty much every section in the song. I hope you enjoyed this instructional video on how to play a much lesser known rock song, yet a rock song nonetheless. Now, if you like my channel, definitely subscribe. And if you really like it, to get updates, ring that bell and I will bring you the most recent content that I've created. Also, please be sure to comment because I would love to dialogue with you about music you're listening to or questions about the songs that I'm playing and anything like that. All right, until next time, I will catch you later.